if you stifle innovation too much to the point of making your company look very valuable to private equity, you may miss out on the boat of certain innovation waves that are happening. I know that right now you're really involved with AI at the moment, and I don't know if you want to tell a little bit more about some of that.
Yeah, I think this is really the evolution of where the internet's going, and how can we harness this new technology? And I think that's key for any business we're dealing with. Again, coming back to the point of we're hardwired to innovate. And if there's new technology, well, what does this mean for your product? How can we make your product better with this technology? And I think just the possibilities we're seeing with AI to, if we step away from machine learning, just the large language models and how interpretive they are and how they can sum up information. There are just so many use cases for actually, getting the user what they need as quickly as possible and just increasing efficiencies. Yeah, there are a number of just amazing opportunities that we're looking to kind of build into our client software.
Just from you being in it for a while now, it's involved in these projects. It's not as easy as people think to integrate something successfully, integrate AI successfully.
Yeah, definitely, and especially that it's relatively young. And they're still working out certain kinks. So yeah, it does take, I think, again, just taking a product development approach and saying, look, how can we leverage the technology that exists today, identify how it's going to expand tomorrow, and have a solution that is just going to be reliable and is going to grow as the technology grows as well. Because right from today, the value is amazing that it can add.
I guess, what do you see happening maybe in the field of UX and project strategy? What does your crystal ball see happening in the next 5 to 10 years in our industry?
Well, I think in UX, if we boil it down to sort of creativity is a major piece. So there's sort of design skill, and there's the human element of understanding a visual language and what works well and how you can portray that or build that into an interface. Where I think it's going to change is just in efficiency. There's still going to be that human element that we need to have a vision and be able to direct the vision. But getting there is going to be so much quicker. And in terms of building software, the barrier to needing to understand code is going to drop, where our prototypes that we build today could be fully fledged applications. If we can sort of guide it on where to go, your design would so quickly change into a production ready application. I think that's where it's going to go. And even further, I think, especially where we're focused on a lot of business applications, I really feel that there's going to be a whole paradigm shift with conversational UI, where we're so bound by convention now, where you think, all right, if you're developing a screen, I've got to develop that screen for a set of functionality. I need the screen to do A, B, and C. But then I need another screen that maybe you'll go to afterwards, and that does D, E, F. But what it's going to be simplified to with a conversational UI is you won't need screens anymore. It'll just be a sort of fluid thread of interactions where you can say, well, I can interact with a language model that's tied to automation, that I can ask them to do A and B and C and then go on to D, E, F. Whatever I need is done in a single interface. And how we sort of visualize that and how we develop that conversational UI is going to be fascinating. It is really going to revolutionize how we do everything. And I think how we use the internet and everything is 10 years from now completely different. I think it's just the whole strange sort of UI that we've built up out of necessity over the last 20, 30 years is going to melt away into just much more simpler interface. Those are my predictions.